What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Locked on Sharks, the premier hockey podcast covering your favorite team in the Bay Area. Game 81. Almost made it. It's the last game. Gee, he's doing the baseball home run, crossing home plate, kissing the sky thing. Amazing visual. Last game recap of the year. We are being the sweet release of death. And we can focus on all the good stuff going forward that you guys want in the offseason coming up. Starting next week, we're going to be doing draft profiles. We're going to be looking at big questions. For instance, JD's been doing some research on Brent Burns' age 36 season. We're going to look into the GM search as it comes up. We're going to talk about Bob and the coaching staff, all sorts of stuff. Please get at us if you have any off-season topics that you want us to cover. And I'm sure each week we'll cover the playoffs at large just so that JD and I don't go insane. We could talk about some real hockey. But for now, the Sharks lose 5-4 to the Oilers in overtime. You can't be mad anymore. It's game 81. Whatever. We're just here. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about some of the young guys and who's impressed in their late season auditions.
You're Locked on Sharks, your daily podcast on the San Jose Sharks. Part of the Locked on Podcast Network, your team every day.
I'm your host, Kyle Demetrius. Back with me as always is co-host JD. The St. Swithin's Day to my Scotchtober.
Is it St. Swithin's Day already?
Tis I love Scotchtoberfest when they're trying to capture Bart, and then he's like, "Haha, we caught you, Bart. There's no such thing as Scotchtoberfest." And Willie's like, "There's not. You used me, Skinner. You used me." Just like his the way he says, "You used me." So funny.
It's another good Willie one is the when Santa's little helper gets stuck in the pipes and he's he just busts into the kitchen. He's like, "Lunch lady Doris, do you have any grease?" And she's like, yes we do.
No, I don't think he's go on.
And he's like, "Well, grease me up, woman." And she's like, "Okie dokie."
He rips his shirt off and he's jacked. Just grease me up, woman. Okay. Lunch lady Doris is underrated.
Very underrated.
There's not a lot of nutrition in these gym mats.
No.
Willie's great. Willie deserves. I just watched the one where Willie. Bart. Good advice. Watched the one where his shack gets filled with creamed corn by Bart, and the funniest thing is Skinner and Lunch Lady Doris are standing there, and Skinner puts his finger in the creamed corn as it's going by, and tastes it, and goes, "Yep, it's pure." just kills me. It's creamed corn. Also, I love the line, "This creamed corn tastes like creamed crap."
Watch your mouth. That's Bart as a that's
the Nightmare Cafeteria. That's the Treehouse one.
Yeah. So,
but this it's pure. Just absolutely kills me. Oh, Willie's a great character.
Mm-hmm.
When Homer, also my brother says this all the time. My brother's a chef. Whenever somebody empties the grease traps or pours the grease out, my brother always turns around and goes, "No, not my retirement grease."
I just watched that one too. So good.
With Homer's eye that pops out.
Yeah,
it's really gross. But anyway,
we wasted 4 minutes not talking about the Sharks. It's great.
Hell yeah, baby! The Sharks lose 5-4, but they did dominate. But do you think domination was a symptom of the Oilers not caring? Because the Oilers are locked into second in the Pacific. They're not going anywhere. They're playing LA. They're going to be hosting the series. Do you think the Oilers cared? And it's just.
Yeah, I think a little bit of that, especially in the first period when the Sharks were up 9-1 in shots at one point, and Noah Gregor did Noah Gregor burr things twice. But then the Oilers kind of were like, "Oh, I guess we're pretty close. We might as well try to win this game," type of thing. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of crazy. Like the Sharks were on track to kind of like match their season high in shots. They didn't quite get there. Like in the first period, they had all situations. They had 17 shots in the first period, 15 shots in the second, and then they ended up with 11 in the third. And they were, that was the most. They were close to catching their season high, which was 47 that they did against the Flyers back at the beginning of the year. But like, it would like they were just doing what they wanted. They got a ton of high danger chances tonight. The Sharks ended up with 41 scoring chances at 5-on-5 and 19 high danger chances tonight. Like and then an expected goals for over 4, which is something we haven't seen from the Sharks like at all this year. It was one of their best offensive performances tonight, but the Malash Magna pairing really brought in their A game for the tank tonight and let the Oilers back in this game.
Yeah, all of the quotes about Jacob Magna.
Yes.
Jacob. I don't know why I can't get that right.
Well, he does have a brother, Jason.
Magna,
yeah,
I know. All the quotes about Magna, how he 100% needs to be here, and he's like workhorse, and I really don't understand.
Are we sure?
Yeah, it's not. No, I would like to. No. We don't need Magna. There's no reason he should be playing over guys like Merkley and some of the other guys. Yep. Yeah, no, we can pass. And it's nights like tonight where you just look and go, well, no, we don't. You don't. You can find a Magna. You can find another Magna. You don't need him. But yeah, I guess watching the game, the Sharks look like they're doing a lot of things, but it looked like the Oilers just didn't like.
Yeah, you could tell the Oilers were just kind of like, okay, I guess we're kind of close. We'll come back and win this thing, and type of thing. So, and then like on the third period, they came out and really kind of put the pedal to the metal for the their third period was a lot better. But like, I mean, it's nice to see though these offensive bursts, and especially when it's like the young guys leading the way. So the Balsers, Bordeleau, Gregor line, 5-on-5. Those guys played 925, 18 shot attempts to 10 shot attempts allowed. 8 shots on goal to 5. They had an expected goal. They led the team with their line, led the team with 0.97 expected goals 4. And then they had 10 scoring chances. They gave up 7, 6 high danger chances. They gave up 3, and they had 4 rush attempts. So you could tell that off as soon as they get the puck, like they're just go and that's kind of what you want to see from those guys, especially because they're all like reasonably fast and they can skate, and so it's just like go with that line. So instead of like the Hurdle and Meyer, they'll go, but then they like to kind of slow it down and kind of work the team in the corners and stuff, while the Bordelo line is just like take the puck and go 100%. But Kyle, after all that skating, they might need a snack. And that's where Built Bars come in.
Yes.
Summer is coming. And with summer,
yes,
you're going to need some food on the go.
Yes.
Built Bars are the perfect snack to take you on family vacations. So throw them in your bags and your kids' backpacks. Make sure that everyone has a bar so they'll be fueled up for your summer adventures. I'd be worried with my children having more energy because I can hardly keep up with them anyway. But they're still delicious snacks. The best part about them is they're healthy and delicious. They're no more sacrificing delicious food for health. With Built Bar, you can have both, and it's easy. All you have to do is go to Built.com and order now. All the Built Bars and Puffs are covered in 100% real chocolate. So that means Built Bar, you can eat healthy and actually enjoy doing it. And with the Puffs, they're amazing. They have cinnamon churro, banana cream pie. Everybody knows this podcast is a 100% cream pie approved podcast. So go to Built.com, check out all the flavors. They've got new ones coming all the time. I think they have a granola one right now. So go check that out. Built.com, use the promo code LOCK15, get 15% off your order. Again, use the promo code LOCK15 for 15% off at Built.com.
Yes. Yeah, I think it's good to see some of the things, and what I want to do now, because the game is the game. It's game 81 of a dog shit season.
Mm-hmm.
Let's look at some of the young guys, and let's look at who you think has got themselves a leg up, an inside track, who's maybe fallen off the radar for next season. Because a lot of these young guys, like your Bordeleaus and your Gregors and stuff, they're going to be fighting for positions next year. And this is a good time, especially because we don't think the coaching staff should be back, but it's probably going to be back. If I was a betting man, which I am, I would probably put money on them being back. So I'll just start at the top of the box score because the man had 2 goals tonight in 25 seconds. Noah Gregor.
Whenever you can score twice in 25 seconds, you got to do it.
Exactly. Do you think? How do you think his end of season addition has gone? When he's got a little bit longer of a look. Because he's been up with this team for 50 games now.
He's played 40? A majority of the season. To be honest, like he's played
61, so he's going to end up with like 62 or 63 games played, which is a lot.
Yeah,
but he's still a young guy. Do you think he's got an inside track to be on this team next year?
Oh, I think I would be surprised if he wasn't on the starting roster going into next year. You know, we heard how much he does all the little things, and coaches love that and stuff. And, you know, he sets up his teams. But I think this Balcers, Bordelo, Gregor line really found some chemistry, and he's actually scoring now. And, you know, we know he wasn't going to shoot at 3% that he was shooting at for, you know, a good chunk of the season. And that he started to regress back to the mean at this point. But like, if he can be a solid third line scoring option, I don't see why like I said, I would be absolutely shocked if he wasn't on the opening night roster, to be honest.
Yeah, I think so too.
He's claimed a job for next year. So unless they go out and make some huge trade or something like that, like I think he's going to be your new Matt Nieto. Like that's kind of what Gregor is, but I think he has more scoring punch.
Matt Nieto's still there, so
but I'm just like. Nieto. Yeah, but he has more scoring punch, I think, than Matt Nieto does. But I think Gregor is being kind of trained for the new Matt Nieto.
Yeah, for sure. And I don't think he's going to rise up past the third line, especially with Eklund coming, Reedy, Bordeleau. Like I think it's going to be a little tougher than you think with Gregor, but I think he might be the guy that starts on 4W. Just locked in there. Call it a day. You don't really need to worry. I think he's got the inside track.
Yep.
Scott Reedy.
He's so handsome. He's just going to be too handsome for. I think he's an inside track for the fourth line. You know, since he's come up in February, he's played every game. You're seeing the scoring touch with him. He's gotten power play time. You know, I think the next step for him will be to start to playing more kind of penalty kill and stuff. But yeah, I think he's definitely earned a spot, you know, especially with that scoring touch, and he scores all those dirty goals. There's not, you know, a lot of guys on the team who kind of can score those dirty goals right now. So yeah, he's kind of doing what they wanted Nick Bonino to do at the beginning of the year. And he's kind of taken that role of scoring those dirty goals, scoring those greasy goals. And he's just too handsome to not keep on the team.
Yeah, I think this is the kind of guy that comes in and pushes Noah Gregor probably off the roster, or to putting no. Well, like when we go through it, we're gonna assume Eklund's on the roster. LeBanc is back. Bordelo's probably gonna be on the roster. That's 3 guys, and you've still got Bonino. You've still got Nieto. You know what I mean? Like if the top line we're not saying this is the top line, but say it's Eklund, Hurdle, Meyer. And then you've got what? Barabanov, Couture, LeBanc. And then you've got like somebody, Bordelo, Reedy or something like that. Now you've still got Bonino still there.
Balcers.
If they re-sign Dahlin, they've got Balcers.
Yeah.
You got Shimilevsky. Like there's a lot of guys that I don't think necessarily means Gregor is going to be locked onto this roster, especially when we do this and we're going to go through. But I think Reedy really has acquitted himself quite well coming down the pipe here in the last 10 games of the season.
Yeah, but I mean, I think Gregor has done. I would give Gregor a better chance than Reedy, to be honest, because I think Gregor has really kind of upped his game this year. And if he was scoring earlier in the season, we wouldn't be having this conversation, but he's been scoring now. So I think if he can continue to score the way he is, and I think you've noticed that when he's playing with someone who can actually create, like Bordelo can create, wow, look, he can score now. So, and not having Nick Bonino having to be your center, like Nick Bonino, he's going to play good defense, but he's not going to create offense for you. And I think that's what was Gregor's issue. And having someone like Bordelo create offense for Gregor has really unlocked what he could do. And I think we're seeing the fruits of that labor right now.
I guess, but Scott Reedy and Noah Gregor both have 6 goals. So
yes, that is fair.
One of them has played half the games of the other one. I don't know. I just think there's a lot of young guys that are going to be pushing for. There's a lot of Noah Gregors coming onto this roster, and I don't know if the real OG. It's the same thing. Remember a few years ago when they had Chris Tierney? That whole bunch of Chris Tierney's in the bottom of the lineup. The same thing. You don't need a bunch of Noah Gregors. Yeah, a team of Tierney's is terrible. Shimolevsky.
I think he starts in the AHL next year. So
yeah, I don't really know what he's. I know he's been better, but I don't know. Yeah, exactly. I don't really know what you do here. He's still got to work on some things. I think he's pushing for the NHL, but I just don't know how you play him over Eklund, Reedy, Bordeleau, Gregor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just think he's just still a little bit of maybe of a cut below.
Yeah, he's kind of that classic tweener right now where he's too good for the AHL, but I don't know if he can. When the Sharks have a full roster of actual NHL players, I don't know if he can push one of those guys out of a job right now, to be honest. So unless he has like an amazing summer. Yeah.
He's too crazy for Boys Town and too much of a boy for Crazy Town?
Fair. Yes, 100%. But Kyle, if you wanted to bet on who could be on the roster for next season, where would you do such a thing?
The Springfield Casino.
Or BetOnline if you can't make it to Springfield, since nobody knows what state Springfield's actually in. So BetOnline, your number one source for all your betting, stats, and sports info. You can find all the sports developments, league reviews, and news, including this year's basketball playoffs, the start of Major League Baseball season. You can go bet on the NFL draft. I'm sure there's second-round draft stuff if you want to do that like a crazy person. BetOnline's got you covered for your sports wager information, from live betting to playoffs, esports, and more. So head to their website today or use your mobile device to learn more about the trends in action. BetOnline, where the game starts.
This is an easy one. Tommy Bordeleau.
How does he not?
I don't want to.
No, the Tommy
I don't know how he
doesn't work
doesn't
with
start
him.
on the Sharks.
No.
We're not the Senators podcast. We're not going to make up dumb nicknames for everybody.
Yeah, Superstar Bordeleau.
Well, that's just funny. We're not actually changing his name. Bordeleau? There's something there. Anyway.
Tommy Superstar Bordeleau. Come on. That's never been done before. There's
he's going to be on the Sharks. He has to be on the Sharks. He's got 5 points in 7 games now?
Yeah, he has more points than Eklund did in his time with the Sharks, and he almost had a goal tonight. That would have been a pretty sweet goal. And yeah, you just see, like I said, like he makes the players around him better. I mean, I know defensively he's gonna have a couple of miscues and stuff, but you see the potential there defensively. He's going to be a very good defensive player, once he kind of fills out his body a little bit. And I get the thing, like, go let him play in the AHL for a little bit, but he's too good. We saw it.
Not everybody needs to go play in the NHL. It's fine.
He's too good for it. And, I think for him, like the speed of the NHL, like he has shown that he can keep up with it. And he's such a smooth skater. He's so smart with a puck. He's so intelligent. And, his vision and the scene, how his teammates and stuff, and the way, again, he's made Noah Gregor and Balcers into a very, very good third line. And I just don't know how you want to take a step back because of his development, which I don't think he's going to develop in the AHL, because he's going to be, I know the CUDA team's going to be way better next year with Robbins and, Coe and Gushin and Ozzy on the team. But he's shown he can play. And imagine if he's playing with LeBanc or something next year, something like, yeah, like he needs to, don't
Yeah,
even mess
it's
around.
fine. We don't need to talk about Bordeleau more. He's just going to be on the team.
Well, we can talk about Bordelo all day long, but
yeah, but we will in the summertime.
Yes.
Jonah Gadgeovich.
He's whatever. He's going to be fighting for a job.
Yeah.
He's going to be fighting for a job. I mean, he did come into camp late because he was a late, they traded for him late in camp. But, like, he's going to be – him and Veal are basically the same person where they bring you some grit, et cetera, et cetera. If you're type of thing, I don't really care. They're going to bounce around, so whatever.
Precisely. Ryan Merkley.
This one's going to be interesting because I feel like we could see a massive overhaul of the defense this offseason, right? Like, you think – Carlson will be back if Knizhov comes back healthy. They're going to have to make some decisions on Vlasic, which we'll talk about later, if he's going to be a buyout candidate, and then what they want to do with Megna and Milosh and some of these guys. But again, I think with another offseason, I think I don't see why, again, sending him back to the AHL, where I think his game is just better suited for the speed of the NHL. And yes, he's going to make mistakes, but you know what? I think it's just a learning process for him, and he's going to learn what he can and can't do. And he did dangle the shit out of Kane tonight, so that's like an extra 10 points in my book tonight. So,
yeah, I think the coaching staff just doesn't like him, which
yeah.
So I think I don't think he's acquitted himself to the coaching staff because he has skills.
You said skills pay the bills.
Yeah. Hopefully. Not doing Jacob Megna because he's 30 years old. Milosh, he's 24. I feel like he's the kind of guy they re-sign, and then if he makes the team, he doesn't, and if he does, he doesn't.
Yeah, like he's probably better suited for some more AHL time. Going into next year, he is an RFA, and stuff. But like, yeah, I think I'd rather see him if he's your seventh defenseman. He can play. Yeah, he can. He's not going to have to pay him much, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, if he's your seventh defenseman, he can play in a pinch. Fine, but like. I like some of I just don't think he has the upside of some of the guys who are going to be coming up here really soon. So
no. And I think anybody that got sent down to the HL, so your Lord, your Leonards, clearly don't have any sort
poor
of
Leonard, RIP.
Yeah, well, he's hurt, but I don't think I think both of those guys are going to be in the AHL probably. Maybe Leonard could push, but I feel like the Lord is going to be banished.
But that might be good for him too, because he's playing well down in the AHL. So I think some time down there.
Yeah, for sure. Which is totally fine. But you got to remember too, like if he's going to push for an NHL spot, he's also got to push over like Gushin and Coe and Robbins and Weisblatt.
Yep.
There's a lot of Cardwell. There's a lot of guys that are going to be coming in. A lot of young guys that are coming in too. So might be better to go play with them. Be kind of
be the guy for a little bit down there, and maybe help bring along some of these guys here who are going to be coming into the NHL or into the AHL for So
JD, who's your third fry of the week?
Ooh, my third fry of the week. One Brent Burns, who passed. He's going to tomorrow's game or tonight's game when you guys are listening to this. He's going to set his career record in minutes played this year, which is insane. I was randomly looking at Brent Burns' numbers, and he hasn't played this many minutes since the 2015-2016 season, and like I said, he's going to be passing that tonight. I think he needed 28 minutes going into tonight's game. He played, he played like 27. So he'll pass it like his first shift of the game. So good for you, Brent Burns. You're still.
He played 20. He played 27:44. So he
needs like a minute or two to jump to play. Set his career record for most minutes played in a regular season, which is insane at the age of 37.
Yeah, that's definitely what you should be doing to a 36-year-old.
Yeah, I can. It's insane.
Yeah, my third fry of the week is James Reimer. Just doing his thing in that. Nothing more needs to be said.
Too bad he couldn't get his 20th win tonight. That would have been that would have been nice for him. So
whatever. Who's your second fry?
Noah Gregor go Burr, baby. Again, whenever you can score twice in 25 seconds, you got to do it. Do you think he had a
Oh,
Built Bar between to get some more electrolytes?
Probably.
Yeah. He's pretty young. He could probably bounce back pretty quick.
My second fry of the week is Joe Pavelski. He 3 years ago he died for our sins. And once again, we are back. And Vegas was eliminated by San Jose.
Mm-hmm. I think we have the same first fry.
Is it Thomas Bordelo?
It's Thomas Bordelo.
It's pretty straightforward. Obviously, it's gonna be Thomas Bordelo. The guy's sweet. He's nasty.
Cool as a cucumber, dude.
Oh my god.
My favorite thing someone's pointed out to me on Twitter is he has to. They have to mend his his jerseys because they're too big. They have to take them in. Now that I can't, now that I've seen it, I can't unsee it. It's pretty crazy.
Well, he's not that small.
He's I'll show you a picture. They literally have to mend every jersey of his. I've seen it.
It's called hemming.
Or hemming. Thank you. Sorry,
Mending.
I'm not a seamstress, but
he's not abnormally small though. It's probably. I wonder if it just has to do with the stitching and the numbers. I don't know. He's not abnormally little.
But you see it below the number. It's pretty funny. Anyway. Thomas Bordelo. He good.
Yeah, I'm going to the game tomorrow in Seattle. I hope
I'm going to let you live tweet the whole game because I'm probably going to be doing. This might be the only game I don't watch all season.
You watched every other game?
I've watched every game this year.
Oh my god! How have you not gone insane?
Because of the podcast, the love of the people.
Oh god, no, I couldn't do that. Thomas Bordelo is 5'10", 175 pounds. I don't know what.
So he's 5'8" in real terms.
Yeah,
I stood pretty close to him, and he's because I was at the game against Chicago, and I went down for warm-ups, and I was right on the glass, and I stood pretty close to him, and he's not 5'10".
There's no way that his jerseys are too big. The Sharks are a multi-gajillion-dollar organization.
I'm just saying
I don't know what happened. Yeah, but do you believe everything that happens on the internet?
I've seen it on the T. I've watched. You see it on the games and stuff. It's there.
No, I know that there's the line in his jersey, but it could be any number of reasons. Not because he's little. He's not even the smallest guy on the team.
Maybe because Ryan Merkley stole all those. They only ordered that size jersey for Ryan Merkley, and they had to share it out with Bordelo. Anyway,
I don't know, man. Apparently, Philip Forsberg broke the crossbar with a slap shot. Cool.
Nice.
If you would like to get at us on the internet, you can do that at Locked On Sharks on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram. If you have ideas for stuff you want us to talk about, because it's officially off-season time for us, let us know. We're open to any ideas, silly or normal.
Yes.
Obviously, don't request draft profiles. We're going to do those. But anything else you want to see, drop us a line and let us know. You can also watch us on YouTube. I think we're getting close to 800.
Somewhere around. I think we're 760. We're kind of been stuck at 760 the past couple of days. So, because you haven't been here, they want to see your pretty face.
I know. Tuesday will be the return of my face. Don't call it a comeback.
I hope it's the crusty thing where he removes the bandages and it's crusty, but then you just have a huge rack now.
Has anybody seen me complaining about the breast? That's awesome. YouTube, Locked On Sharks. Email, lockedonsharks@gmail.com. Listen to us, Spotify, Amazon, Apple, wherever you get your podcast, Locked On Sharks. JD is at my fry hole.
Kyle is at Kyle Demetrius. Thank you guys for making us your first listen. Go check out the Locked On NHL podcast. Go check out the Locked On NHL Nows, especially if you're bandwagoning a team for the playoffs. You want to learn more about that team. So now is the perfect time to do that. Go check out the stuff that the network's doing for the Locked On NHL Draft. It's pretty cool. They have a whole setup down in Dallas, and they're basically going to be on throughout the entire draft all weekend. I'm sure the Locked On NHL is going to be getting the exact same treatment for Montreal, right?
Yes, they are.
Kyle, what should the people listen to?
Locked on Anaheim Angels of Los Angeles.
Bye, friends.
Trout.